Hi, I'm Jeff Klinkenbeard.
And I'm Joe Tala.
When we created Springfield in the Ozarks 48-hour film challenge in 2006, we of course hoped people would like the event and find it fun, but also real world enough to be a proving ground for great talent and a training ground for those interested in, working their way up.
That's why we created so many awards and prizes. We have 10 awards that reflects the Academy Award and prizes like Best Credit and Comedy, Best Comedy.
That's right. To reflect a range of opportunities for people, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned professional. Another way that SATO48 has surprised us in the way that it's influenced the community. Families and friends mark it on their calendars as an annual get-together, almost like a family reunion. In fact, one church group posted on their blog the 3 most important dates on their calendar are Christmas, Easter, and the SATO48 filming weekend.
Yeah, some of the exciting stories, there's a lot of stories. One of them is about this father and son, where the father was working at his job for so many times that he didn't have time to spend time with his son.
He was a policeman.
Yeah, he was a policeman, and when he retired, he wanted to get together with his son, spend more time with him, so he got involved with the film. So he does almost anything that the film requires for him to do.
Yep, so it's a father-son annual event. Another is a media company who, whether they weren't a media company at the time, but they won Best Film from SATO48, and this gave them the confidence to create a media company, and now they do a lot of great work in Springfield. So there's a lot of success stories.
There's another one where this kid, when we first started, YouTube wasn't so big at all at the moment. And then he was posting YouTube, and we barely knew what YouTube was. He posted something that he had done in the past. He got maybe a few hundred hits. He won a Sato film. He posted it, and it got the attention of the YouTube curators. At that time, YouTube was curated by the actual YouTube people. And overnight, he
went to a quarter of a million hits.
At that time, a 250,000 hit was a big deal. Nowadays, it's not that a big deal.
Yeah, but then it was a big deal, but not now. Now he's nobody. He's nothing. But then, man.
He has a successful company.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. He came out of the doldrums, and now he has a successful company. Is that the story we're telling?
Yeah, and also we have a successful person here with us.
We do. So don't just take our word for it. We have our own Chris Luzader, Critics' Choice Association member. She has been. Welcome, Chris Luzader.
Do you like how I just
saunter out? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You have participated in SATO48. You have watched the movies, and you've picked up talent, and you've hired.
Yes, I thank you so much for having me, because what you have created is so amazing, and you should just, you should honor yourselves. Maybe have your own award.
Oh,
for yourselves.
The Jeff Klinkenbeard Award for Jeff Klinkenbeard for the work that Jeff Klinkenbeard has done.
Yes,
I love it.
You should. Yes, yes. So many
Get on
things.
that right away.
So many things. I have met so many people, and I work for a video production company in Springfield for communications, and met great people that we hire in our daily lives.
Oh.
I might even mention a couple of names if
Please
you don't
do.
mind.
Yeah, please do. We love it.
Nathan and Megan Malarico. Have you heard of them?
We have.
They're very important to the SATO48 family. Justin Cardoza.
Yeah.
Very, very talented filmmaker. Chris Canote, often winner, and so many talents, because you've been so great to allow me to be on stage presenting some awards. And then I toss out, if anyone wants to be in productions, let me know. And we have great, actors and actresses around town. And so I've gotten to actually pay them to be in things.
And this is the great thing about SATO48. And another one is a great success story is Shanna Michelle.
Yes, Shanna Michelle. How can I forget?
No.
You know why? Because we need more women in this house. Okay?
That's right.
We need them.
She took her short film to a film festival. She was on a panel. And once that panel found out that she created that film in 48 hours on almost no budget, there were no more questions for anybody else on that panel. That's all they wanted to know about. And in the audience, there were scouts looking for a director for a new series. She got a directing job, a real television directing job. Yep, out of SATO48.
And I had her, or we stay in contact, and I had her be in something.
Oh, did you really?
Yes,
oh,
I
that's
did.
great.
And she was good. in front of and behind the camera.
kidding, really?
And so, yeah, she was great. Mm-hmm.
You know, she's remarkable. She has 2 little kids, adorable little kids, and a husband that's very supportive of her.
Yes.
And then she is able to do everything.
Yeah. I love it.
And do a family mom as well.
You know why? Because she's a girl.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's right. And you know what else is so important is for when one person supports what the other person wants to do, even if it's not something that they would normally do, it's like whenever one person wants to do something and the way they want to do it, that's really important that that person gets to do it the way they want to do it, exactly the way they want to do it.
Chris,
Yeah.
you just save us now.
Save you.
So, Chris, this is a fundraising video party. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Do it.
Why should anyone watching now support SATO48 financially?
Well, why you should is because SATO48 deserves financial support so it can grow. You know, we deliberately keep entrance fees low so money is no barrier to those participating, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the artists, I mean, we want to support the arts community, the artists, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we also, so we find that a lot of times for a diversity of voices and just for anybody, money is sometimes a barrier.
Yes.
So we don't want that to be a question. We want it to be,
Take
we
it
call
out.
it an easy yes.
Throw out the barriers. Take the money away or take the big money away. Every year, we want people to be able to participate. And eventually, those newcomers, they get really, really good. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's what we find is newcomers maybe will go and they'll be in the top 10. And then the next year there'll be nominees and then runners up and then winners. And then they're ready to work with you.
That's right. Right. I might hire you. No, I'm kidding.
No.
So I love work. I love the community that has grown, and I like the people that put the things on their calendars. As soon as you make the announcement, I go immediately to my calendar, and I'm like, well, I can't do anything on those dates because those are the SATO dates, and I have to book it. So,
And
So-
you do. You
I do.
Thank you for doing that.
absolutely.
Joe, how many SATO48 films have there been since 2006?
Since 2006, we have over 800, nearly 900.
Nearly
almost 1,000
900 short films.
Yeah.
And how many people have passed through?
We have passed, I would say nearly 4,000 people have passed through.
So that's a lot of young people, and we also say young at heart because it
Yes.
really is. It's not just age; it's the attitude.
And I would say I don't want any level to feel like that they can't participate.
Yes.
Because it could be, like some of the names that I've mentioned have a lot of skill. Or it could be you picking up your phone.
Right.
Because
Right.
phones are pretty awesome nowadays. And you may not even know what you're doing. Do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And it's real world, though. I mean, people say, "Oh, maybe you should have different levels." No, we want this to be a real world experience where you are competing
Yeah.
with everybody. Because you know what? In the real world, that's it. You are competing, and you learn a lot, no matter what your age or experience, when it's everybody out there on the same level playing field. Because nobody can be paid;
nope.
Yeah. It's all voluntary.
it's all voluntary.
They can have anyone they want. It could be professional, anyone.
Yep.
And as long as you don't pay them, we're fine.
Then I love it. I love that it's like anyone, everyone, all levels, any age group, and it's just a really good time.
Yeah. And now let's watch the movies. Let's see what the audience thinks. Let's see what the judges think. That's really where the pedal hits the metal.
Being judged.
That's right. Because if you're not willing to be judged, then you're not willing to be judged. Great.
But to be clear on that judge thing, it's very subjective, right? So there are a lot of talented people who may not have gotten the recognition they deserve, but people like you do recognize that. So you really don't care if they won an award or not. It's the work that you're looking at,
Right.
what kind of work they've done, and that's the work that you go after, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Joe, do you feel like you're being judged right now? Do you feel like we're being judged right this second?
I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You show me 1 year from the Academy Awards that everybody agreed with every decision. It just doesn't happen.
Never.
It's not that kind of
Never.
environment.
Yeah,
But
you know because you're part of the Critic Awards. people,
Critics' Choice Awards.
Yeah.
I'm a voting member, and sometimes I want to lambast my own fellow critics.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you thinking? So,
But it goes beyond that because as part of SATO48, we do outreach. We make sure, to the best of our ability, that these films get seen
Oh, yes, you do.
as often as possible by other people who can make decisions. And that's
Yes.
one of the things we're working on is access and making sure that more and more people see these films so that the talent gets work. Because that's really the exciting thing, is to bring new people to the fore and get them out there in an industry that's typically very difficult.
And you take it to another level every single year.
Thank you,
There's
Chris.
always another step every year. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're doing another thing.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
so-
you. Well, that's why you say relevant. Chris, thank you so much for being with us. Jaw, you didn't have a choice. Please give and support as best you can. We really appreciate your help, and we're looking forward to another great year of SATO48.